Now I'd like to invite Dr. Suresh Damodaran, an endocrinologist from Coimbatore, how he is using telemedicine for management of diabetes and endocrine disorder. Over to Dr. Suresh Damodaran, please.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, we can see.
Good evening, everyone. I think we got a fantastic introduction already by a couple of experts. I don't want to just stop in with the how it happened after the COVID time and everything. It's all been given. Now, I just start with my practice. I'll just give in 1 minute. I'll just explain, if I can, about my practice. So I do a corporate practice in the morning, and then evening I do a private practice. In the corporate practice, we got a software called DocPlexus. In fact, I think I got introduced to that by the, I'm not flattering the chairman, but Dr. Prasanna Kumar is the one who introduced me to the platform about 8 to 9 years ago. So that is the one that I use for almost 6-7 years for electronic medical record. But now after the COVID time, the hospital has come up with something called iClinic, where they've sent about 2 lakh, 3 lakh messages to the whole of the patients already in the database. And then patients book an appointment, select the doctors and come through that. So they do all the payment and everything before that when it comes to you. So it is easy for you to go into a click and then go into the Zoom, talk to the patient and then get a conclusion, do a typing, get the prescription, and that's it. And when it comes to my evening clinical practice, I got 2 of it. One, clinical practice I do in a way that we got electronic medical record along with the Zoom, and then the payment is through Google Pay. So that's happening. And then I got another one which is called artificial intelligence in diabetes, which is slightly different, where the interaction is much more in the digital form. So the patients are monitored digitally with the blood sugar monitoring and everything, with the blood pressure monitoring. So all the data are entered, and we do AI. The hard database collects all the data, and then we learn from hard data as well. That is through AI with the diet intervention. So this is my practice. So when it comes to this thing, if you look at the need for telemedicine in diabetes care, it is just primarily, it's a general terminology to improve healthcare, but mainly to reduce the cost in country like that, like us, and also with the current situation, what we are facing up. So the main things are all EMR, e-consultation, and we used to do a haphazard WhatsApp consultation. As Dr. Prasanna Kumar was mentioning, it was not legal a while ago, but it's become much more easier for us to do that. And we, as I mentioned, this is called DocPlexus. We get an SMS like this in the morning, and also patient gets an SMS. So what we do is an e-consultation, video consultation. The only challenge is the payment method previously, but now with the availability of quite a lot of things, including Paytm, RuPay, and Google Play, it's much more easier. So, but I think your question is most of the clinicians, you will think, okay, where do I start? How do I start? It is a big challenge when you think about it, but I think there are a lot of apps available. In fact, Dr. Prasanna Kumar, and there is a GP from England, they did a big work with the Diabeta app, and they opened up a lot of clinics. So that is mainly to put all the data in the this thing. I'll show you a few sort of photographs that will explain everything. So the BP, calorie, blood glucose, weight, insulin, everything will be entered in. But it's so easy to manage once it is all in the remote area, and the doctor gets it, or the nurse, whoever takes the message gets it, and that's being passed on to the clinician. Now, this is the digital diary mainly for entering the insulin dosage and what did they had in the side. If you look at the carbs, and you will have a comprehensive thing. It needs some tech savvy, but these are the people who enter into a program and gets this kind of thing. So this is happening in diabetes world. So what happens to the normal consultation face to face? We got a lot of travel, infrastructure. With the infection now, there are a lot of challenges with barrier and everything. So distance, I mean. So the teleconsultation is much more appropriate, and then SMS consultation is also possible, and WhatsApp is one-to-one. It's much more private now, but the only challenge is to get the payment. So if you look at the this thing, email consultation and e-consultation, the main advantage of the e-consultation is the EMR record is attached, so you can go through and see the A1C of the patients before and what insulin they are on, whether it's on Humalog Mix 25 or Nova Rapid or Basal Bolus. It is so easy to look into all that and then advise accordingly rather than just blindly saying just increase the insulin. So payment gateway is present here, so it is much more easier. So my secretary calls them in the morning, books the appointment, and the payment is already done in the morning itself. So when you give a time, and at that time you can just have a consultation. So there may be technical challenges, but I think that WhatsApp is there for backup. So if my technology fails, I just go into the WhatsApp and then send the e-prescription later. So it is an integral component, and you can see the lot of ways to monitor 24/7 patient monitoring. This is the system what Dr. Prasanna Kumar is involved in the Diabeta Care, where you can have a remote monitoring of inpatient and outpatient. And there is a diabetes management center which is being with a nurse and a diabetes educator, and that goes to a clinician as well. So you can easily titrate the dose, but there are a lot of challenges. So that challenges are all overcome over the years and learning from the patients. So who should take an e-consult now? In our diabetes segment, mainly gestational diabetes one, even the first patient, I did it after the COVID times, are all gestational diabetes patients, and patients are all on continuous glucose monitoring. I was mentioning about artificial intelligence that involves continuous glucose monitoring, and then patients are on insulin pumps. And mainly for the endocrine patients, we don't do any other things except thyroid, mainly for the dose titration. So the TSH and the bloods are already done, and patient, we know the dosage. So it is so simple to adjust the dosage of the patient, and even the hyperthyroid ones or the Graves ones, we do adjust the neomercosol and beta blocker according to that. So much more easier, and the patient has got total satisfaction, and it saves a lot of money and time. And then we can do for outpatients abroad, people living abroad. So patients have got extreme advantage with the e-consultant with the physicians. But the only challenge is that if they are not tech savvy initially, they might find it difficult, and they were really apprehended and they don't want to come to e-consultation. Even your secretary try to convince them. But once they are there, for that kind of patients, I start with WhatsApp and then get them confident, and then go into the proper e-consultation. So the diet and lifestyle, so the dietitian can enter in. So for diabetes management, this is like a godsend one. It's really helping us during this time, and especially for the dose titration of insulin. And people stuck, they don't know what to do. They got a lot of challenges because of not going out and not walking and everything. So we get a consultation. We say that just put a pedometer or download an app and just walk about 8,000 steps. That's so easy for them to get that kind of sort of advice. So point of care, as I mentioned in the Diabeta Care and few other things. So patients can have a blood glucose, A1C, and lipids and thyroid function test. Once they've done this, we can just have an easy consultation. And in future, this is going to be that along with the glucometer can be attached to the phone, and that script will have quite a lot of tests. And in future, there are a lot of things that's going to come in when the telemedicine is in a real advance, especially after this COVID time. And I know for sure there are a lot of other healthcare like Virta Healthcare and quite a lot of other of them. They're doing real leaps and bounds in this during COVID time. So
Suresh, you have 1 minute.
Yes, I've done almost. So the blood test can be easily done, and once that is done, then we can easily consult the patient. So my points to say is it's much more easier after the COVID time. For diabetes and thyroid management, it is excellent to do telemedicine. And for people who are fearful and everything, start with WhatsApp and get the money from Google Pay. That's the easy way to do. And once that is done, then you can go into an electronic medical record along with the payment gateway. And that is the way that I would do if you're starting as a new one. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh Damodaran. You have covered all the aspects of diabetes, very intricacies of it, how to do point of care technology can be used for patient. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Sanjeev Gulati.